knew snow was a possibility for this game, and the weather was happy to oblige with a nice layer of white over Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium, and we got more snow on the way.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
What was that?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Throwing it this time with Oladokin.
He'll buy some time right.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oladokin to the air on first down.
And that is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll go right back to Pierce.
Knocks over another. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on Pierce will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Pickett sets up play action.
He's got him in. Complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Now a give. Running left is Harris.
And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
And the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Going to run the toss here to Harris.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oladokin.
It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Working out of the gun. Here's Oladokin. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down with Oladokin. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again, it'll be a pass. Oladokin. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Oladokin to throw.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pickett now on first down. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
On the give, this is Harris.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
The Steelers at 500, 7-7 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here's Pickett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Are you kidding me?
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
On the move to his left. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down and 8. Now Pickett.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there's things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
It's Oladokun on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
This will be complete.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Following the fumble recovery. Pickett. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They hand this off to Harris. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Tatum. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's got a man, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Oladokin. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
The offense scheme going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot. It's third down.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Play action. Pickett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Pickett will look to throw it here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Oladokin. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Oladoke into the air on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on second and long. Oladoke. Going across the field, he connects with Mechie. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go again with Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Oladoke. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On third down, here's Pierce. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
18
Oladoke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, improvement drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Oladokin on 3rd down here. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10. Here's Oladokin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again with Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On 2nd and 15 now. Pickett. And look
Oh.
at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On 2nd down, it's Oladokun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Pickett back to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Oladokin. And he can't escape, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Oladokin, desperation time on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run. Here's Harris. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
Could be a house call.
A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on second down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that should just about put a capper on this game. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn.
This to get it back to a once. And he'll try and throw here on the fake.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker. He's up to the 20. So this one in the column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town.
Houston, they fall under 500 now. They drop to 7-8.
And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.